So tonight you've given us more detail than I've heard in many, many weeks of the Voice campaign going so far. Why can't the Yes campaign say, it'll be a building in Canberra, it'll meet 4 times a year, there'll be 24 people on it, and they'll give advice to government which government can ignore or not?
Okay, Claire, I've got to explain this. That's Model A. There might be a Model B that has 25 people, not 24, or 32, or 18, right? It'll depend on the government of the day and the parliament of the day as to what. And the problem with our constitution is you can't spell out Model A, B, C, D, E, F, all possibilities. All you can do is leave it to the parliament to determine at the time what the details are. And the actual provision that we're voting on, the 92 words that we vote on October the 14th, actually says this is the answer to the question of detail. The parliament shall have power to make laws. That's the answer to the detail. The parliament shall have power to make laws about the voice, including its composition, functions, powers, and procedures. In other words, everything about the voice is subject to Parliament. And guess whose job it is to supply the detail? It's actually not the government. The provision doesn't say the government shall. The provision says the Parliament shall. So, you know, I or the leader of the government or anybody else could say, this is the detail here. That is only a proposition. The actual detail needs to go through the House and it needs to go through the Senate. It's got to get a majority somehow through the Senate, not controlled by the government. And in 5-10 years' time, it's entirely possible that a new parliament decides, oh, we want to change the voice. And they could do that. A new parliament could change the model of the voice. That is our democracy. That is how our lawmaking process works. We, the people, amend the Constitution, and then it's the Parliament that enacts the laws under the powers that we've approved. So it's this whole debate about detail has been deceptive. It has been deceptive because nobody can really say it's Model A or it's Model X. You know, the only honest answer to the what is the detail question is the detail will be determined by Parliament.